Yeah, I remember the first offer I wrote at my desk, writing this offer. There were like 50 things wrong with it.
What's going on YouTube? Jeff Weibel here, and I'm back to interviewing another real estate agent. I'm back with Cassidy. She has been on the channel before, so you guys are gonna have to go look all the way back to see her, but we are back. The channel's looking better than ever, interviewing another agent, talking about your first year in real estate, so you're gonna have to like think back to what that even was like, because we got a lot of new subscribers that are watching the channel right now. And Cassidy, can you even remember writing the exams, and how did that go?
Yeah, I wrote all the exams. I did my course really quickly.
Perfect.
It's kind of how I do things. I was like, I'm gonna get my real estate license. How fast can I do this? So each course I would like sign up for the course, and you schedule your exam when you sign up.
Yep.
I would schedule my exam like the next week and just do the course in a week, do the exam, schedule the next one. So I think I did it in like 3 months, the whole course.
Perfect. I think that's pretty similar to what I had done as well.
Yeah. And
there's a lot of people out there, they go to the library, they're studying too much, or like they don't book them. They're really scared to book these dates, and like you just kind of like sounds like you put yourself behind the 8 ball a bit. Pick the dates. I want my real estate license. Let's go. And there's a lot of people out there that now they have to get their license very quickly because it's going to change to the college. I'm going to do a video on that, but you would have done the 3 tests. Then you're active, and then you would have to do like the one more test, and then the articling courses kind of like with it while being active. So okay, well, so you crushed them, didn't fail, 3 tests, you qualified. Now what? So were you already interviewing brokerages, or how did that look? Or did you say, okay, I'm qualified now, let's go look at brokerages?
I'm trying to remember the exact timeline. I think it was right around the last exam that I was interviewing brokerages. I just kind of lined up like within a couple days, just lined up like 7 or 8 interviews with brokerages at that point.
So the brokerage you chose, why did you go with that? Was it a better split, training, something?
Yeah, I didn't find that there was a huge difference between a lot of the brokerage splits, other than some where it's like you get a bigger split but pay more monthly fees, but this I found like it was a pretty good split. I just liked it just felt good. I don't know, I liked their branding. I thought at the time that the brand recognition would be a big factor. I realized later that it's not so much.
You, right?
Yeah.
It's not necessarily the brand, especially in the markets that we're in. You're down in Windsor, okay, and I'm in London. Yeah, just because you're with a very famous brokerage doesn't get you business, because you just join a lineup of other people that are with that famous brokerage. So it's when you're from the outside and you had no education on that, you didn't have a great YouTube channel to watch, then you don't know. But a lot of people make that bit of a, and you see people like bounce around very early on in their career, a bunch of brokerages. So anyway, so you got this brokerage now, and then how did like day one, you're ready to go, you just, you pass your exams, they give you the quick tutorial of the office, and then were you selling properties? Did you already have connections?
Well, let's see, what was the first thing I did?
And side note, guys, she has a big real estate investor portfolio right now, so that's your kind of niche, right?
Yeah. So I was already investing in real estate at the time, so I'm pretty sure right away I just got to work for myself and my fiance Matt. We just kind of, started making some offers on properties for ourselves, so that kind of got me started. I'm trying to remember actually what my first deal was. I can't even recall right now, but one of the first deals was a duplex of ours.
Okay.
But yeah, it was not too long after we started the Win City Investors Club, because first off, we noticed when we started investing in Windsor, there was no meetup at all. So we thought, we might as well start one.
I always talk about in my course is like create a meetup, guys. It can be like real estate agent or real estate investors, or it literally can be Star Wars or whatever you want. Just do something, meet people. So you've created a Win City event. How long is meetup? How long has that even been going on for now?
Over 2.5 years now.
2.5 years. Yeah. So you get roughly, I think it's like 25 people to 50 kind of every time.
Yeah, we had 60 last time.
60,
but yeah, somewhere 40 to 60.
And these
range.
are 60 people that are looking to buy and sell real estate that come out to your event, and you're the head of it. So, and did you start that in your first year?
Yeah, I started that right away.
Amazing, right?
Yeah.
So, and so many people are like, oh, I'm gonna wait. Like you had the knowledge, you just did it. And even if you don't have the knowledge, I say just do it. And people like that there's a hub that you can come and talk real estate about.
Yeah, and by the way, my first meetup there were like 3 people that came. So don't get discouraged, it takes some time.
Yeah, no, I've been in the same boat. And then now look what we do now. We're putting on full conferences, the Ontario Real Estate Conference, but it starts with just a cell phone and like setting up a meetup.com account or a Facebook event page, whatever that looks like. And invite your mom, your dad, and whatever it looks like. And then, but you might have had like some of the greatest conversations on that 3 people.
Yeah, it was great. Well, I mean, I got one of the first people that came out, Aditya Soma, came out to my first event. He was one of my first clients, and he actually just recently got his license, and now he's on my team. I just started a real estate team.
It's been fun watching his journey.
Yeah, so he was one of the only people at that meetup, but that's been an amazing relationship ever since. So
there you go, guys.
Doesn't matter how many people, it's more like the quality of the connections. And
so then in your first year, you're buying the duplex there. Was that for you and Matt, or was that for okay, so how'd that deal go? Did you use all your previous knowledge to write that offer, you think, or was it you were learning curve to like physically writing the offers?
The actual writing of the offer, I can remember the first offer I wrote.
Thing, but it's probably more of a keyboard thing.
Yeah, I remember the first offer I wrote. So I wasn't like really working with anyone. I was independent. And I also wasn't in the office. I had a home office plan. So I was just like at my desk writing this offer, and I just had had a couple conversations with an agent in my brokerage, and he offered if you ever need any help, just reach out to me. So I wrote up the offer and I sent it to him before I submitted it, and he sent it back, and there were 50 things wrong with it.
They're sending it to the teacher almost.
Yeah. So I remember it took me a few hours to get everything sorted for the first offer.
Guys, when you're qualified as a real estate agent, day one, you're a real estate agent, and we are not allowed to, we could be held accountable for our mistakes on day one. So it's a little nerve-wracking, but you have to do it properly, right?
Yeah, and that was even I had made offers before I was an agent for off-market properties, directly to sellers. So I was familiar with the process and everything, but still it's all the details that you then have to.
We have so many rules.
Yeah.
And you got to know why you're doing it. Once you learn that, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, now I can write an offer in 20 minutes.
20 minutes, because Cloud was on the channel for last week, and he says he can do it in 8 minutes. So.
Well, I mean, from the time of writing to signatures.
Yeah, I don't know where he was doing his start test. And he's probably not filling out some of the forms.
Right. Yeah.
So, and what is he even writing in the offer? But anyways, so, all right, so you're learning all that. Did you pick up any other residential clients or investor clients if they needed you now? Yeah,
I started getting clients pretty quickly because I had been networking as an investor beforehand too. Yeah, networking.
It's huge.
That's where all my clients came from.
I say it, network, guys, and everybody wants to sit at home and watch this awesome channel and hopefully subscribe, because you got to get out there and supplement this stuff with actually talking to people. Yeah, and even actually my first residential client came from my real estate investors meetup. She saw my meetup page and called me. And she was like, I'm interested in real estate investing, but I also have a home I'm trying to sell. That's amazing, so can you come take a look at it? And it's of course. And and maybe you want to get so niche to not deal with that, but when you're new, you're like, yes, that's business, right? Yeah. And if you really want to peel that back, it's because you were top of mind. You're doing a meetup group. People know that you do real estate, and then they say, well, I have a house to sell. Can insert you? Because they see you doing real estate every day. There may have been a better realtor out there, but nobody knew what they were even up to, because they're not out there hosting events. And well, we'll have to get you more on the Instagram. I'm trying. All right. So put down in the comment section, Cassidy, more Instagram. So, what is your Instagram actually right now? Cassidy.Logston. So we'll put that in the description. Yes. But get over and follow her. Send her a DM. Say you watched her on this YouTube video, and when can I come out to the next Win City event? And speaking of, we have a giant event coming up. We do. Yep, March 16th, Win City OREC. So yes, we are putting on a one-day OREC in Windsor, myself and Matt McKeever with Cassidy, and it's going to be fantastic, guys. It's a full Saturday of events. It's going to be like a trade booths. We're going to have all the speakers, mortgage agents, lawyers talking. What else we got going on in that? Yeah, so there's the main stage. We've got 2 breakout rooms where we're going to have workshop style things going on, so you can really get
up close and personal with the speakers and really apply the things to your own situation.
So there's multiple people that watch this channel. There's new agents that are watching this channel, and there's investors that watch my channel. So if you're a new agent, maybe you should come down the highway to Windsor and, I don't know, talk to about 300 people that are looking to buy or sell real estate. Oh, you're from the GTA? Okay, well, half the audience is from the GTA, and they might come back, and you might be meeting them, and they might want you to sell their condo downtown Toronto so that they can buy in Windsor and call Cassidy and that kind of stuff. So that, just going back, guys, is like networking, and that's why we do these events. I don't think we're gonna do any rapping at the event, so
though it might be some Celtic music.
Okay.
It's St. Paddy's Day weekend.
Oh yeah,
so,
yeah, sweet. So
get in the Irish spirit.
Get some that, and obviously, guys, after the events, we'll be networking with all you guys as well. So that's going to be fantastic. But yeah, getting back a little bit. So, how did your first year go money-wise as an agent?
Good. Yeah. Let's see. I was making good money. Like, I was actually kind of surprised. I thought it would be a little slower start.
I didn't think I was going to sell a house.
No, yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to be able to do this. And then all of a sudden you do one, you do two, you do three. And then now it's like, if you're not doing one thing per week, you're like, well, if not twice a week, like, what am I doing?
What am I else sitting around?
It's like I wasted a month or something.
Yeah, because one of the agents I was talking to, he said it took him 6 months to get his first deal, and I was like, oh, that takes
not
like
a guy
long time.
you want to get mentored by.
But I just remembered the first deal I did. It just popped into my head.
Sweet.
I remember the same day I got my license, I booked a showing with a family friend who was looking to invest, booked a showing for that same night, and then we wrote an offer that same day. So it was the first day I got my license, I wrote an offer and got it accepted. That one fell through, but then the next one I wrote went through. So
that's awesome. And
yeah, it felt good.
Yeah, like that's perfect. And what I like to teach a lot of people is, if you're telling a lot of people that you're going to get your license so that day one you can be writing an offer on day one, that's important. How many of you guys are still at home right now not telling people that you're becoming a real estate agent, and you secretly going to go study for the tests and all that, or like right before you got to go to Humber College coming up pretty soon? But like, you got to be telling everybody that you're doing it so that on day one you can write an offer. How do you think that's even going to happen, guys? You got to get out there, you know,
leverage your networks.
Exactly.
Yeah, like so before I became an agent, my partner and I were running a painting business in Windsor, and I had a list of 200 painting clients. So I made up on like Vistaprint, I made up these cards, like kind of greeting card style, just saying hi and letting them know that I'm now a real estate agent in their area. And then I just sent them out to all our past painting clients and went and delivered them all.
That's
connected
amazing.
with everyone. So
well, and who needs painting? Probably homeowners. And
yes,
what do homeowners
exactly.
do? They love to move around. So perfect. That's awesome. And so then money went well. How much do you think you made in your first year being an agent?
My first year, I think, let's see, I started halfway through the year.
So sometimes it's confusing if it's like you start in July or something. But.
Yeah, my first full calendar year starting January, I know it was like 80,000 after commission splits and everything.
So there you go. You did multiple deals, and that was probably like...
I did like 30 deals because it's Windsor, so the commission's like a lot lower per deal.
One Toronto deal, so or 30 Windsor deals. But like the beauty is, the Toronto agent or whoever that is, Los Angeles, Miami, whoever's watching the channel, that might be a amazing commission for them. But you did 30 transactions. You know in and out. You know the problems that come up, and they always do. Like I was just before we started filming, I said I sold a condo 4 times, and the 4th time it finally went through. But like these are the things in your first year. Kind of take them as a blessing. It sucks if you do want your the money, but it's like. I mean, my first year, my broker was like, man, can you ever get an easy one? Because it was always some because it was obviously like investors and multifamily and stuff. And, and it's like, almost need like a checklist in your first year. Like, have you ever double-ended a property before? Check, you know. Did you get a listing? Check. Speaking of, did you get any listings in your first year? Yeah,
actually, got a few. One of them, I don't know if it was my first one, it was one of my first ones, was that woman that I said contacted me from the meetup group. And she was like, I'm thinking of moving. And it was like a really nice home, like a $300,000 home. It's like,
Well,
cool.
in Windsor, yeah.
In Windsor, that's, yeah.
That was a mansion.
Yeah.
Yeah, the answer is like, of course. Even if you're not comfortable already, like, yes, of course I'm going to go over there. And then you can like text me or talk to your brokers, whatever, and like just get the sign on the lawn, get it going, and stumble your way through that first one. And
yeah, and I remember I was scared that first listing appointment, you know, like a little bit nervous, right? Sure. I didn't quite know what I was doing.
They still kind of can be awkward.
Yeah. So, but you know what? The thing, I love this concept is that like one of the most important traits you can have is confidence in your ability to figure things out. It's like you throw yourself into any situation. Yeah, write that down. Throw yourself in any situation and just have the confidence that you can figure it out because you're just the person that figures things out. So that's how I just,
that's how you make the money.
Go. Yeah.
It's what Matt and Kiever and I like to say, it's problems or profits, right? So yes, there's a problem. If when you solve it, you will make money. So if they have an issue, and like I always like having connections. Like if you walk into a property and you know their carpets are stained or dirty because like they didn't have time to clean it or move stuff. Like, well, I got a carpet guy, you know, or you'd have the painting connections, right? Because everybody wants to paint sometimes. No problem. And the answer is always yes. You have a guy, and then you can go panic and find the guy. But like, okay, let me reach out and I'll get back to you. And then you can just go call a really good agent in your office and be like, who do you use for flooring? And then like, they're going to have an answer. So yeah,
you want to be the hub, right? You want to be the connector for your clients so that it's just simple for them. You can give them the contacts they need and they feel like they can take a breath.
Exactly. They're a client. And if you can treat them like a client, you'll make a lot of money. Like they should not have to stress over a bunch of things. Like even going through the 4 offers on this, I felt horrible because like they were up and down, but it's my job to really like be a social worker a little bit.
Yeah.
To be like, it's gonna be okay. All right, keep your helmet on. We're still at this. You know?
Part-time agent, part-time social worker.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That's the job.
That's
or full-time both. I don't know.
Oh, exactly. But that's what can make us the money in this business.
Yeah.
And what I like to say too is, I had that one YouTube video you guys can go check out. We sell peace of mind, and if you can learn that in your first year, like that's so important. That if you're just so transactional, but they have a problem, they want to sell their house, like you have to solve it, and then there's gonna be issues that come up, and someone's gonna leave a door unlocked and lights on, and you're gonna have to be able to like quickly like be that social worker and be like, oh my goodness, I'll yell at that agent or something like that, which is not gonna solve anything. But they just want to like vent to you, and you have to like take it, and you might have like personal stuff going on. You might be out to dinner with Matt, and then clients are like complaining about something.
Sometimes you get caught in the middle of something where there's really actually nothing that you can do about it, but you just have to be there to say like, I hear you. I'm sorry that happened. I'll do my best to, I'll see what I can do about it. But like sometimes you just get in the middle of situations where there's nothing you can do, right?
And when you're new, it's kind of hard to like figure that out. And they just want to vent to you, and you just kind of solve it, keep going forward, keep remaining positive on these. I sold it 4 times and it fell apart. Like you got to have a big smile on your face every time you call them. They're like, okay guys, I know you loved it selling it the 2nd time. Let's do it again the 3rd time. No. And they're like, oh, they're doing this roller coaster, but you are too as an agent. And in your first year, that can be really daunting when you need a paycheck. So
and like, the thing is too, like I really care about my clients, like actually care about my clients. So, and I find that can be difficult sometimes because sometimes I take on too much caring.
Or my brokerage does. You just maybe try to go with that. Like my brokerage specializes in selling these properties. And then you go panic behind the scenes, but really you can try to use your brokerage day one as well.
Whatever experience you have to use that. But then also like what got me that listing, even though I didn't have a ton of experience yet, she actually said to me, like, I can just tell that you care and that you're an honest person. Like, there's no BS. You're just, you're a caring human being.
So for a seller, they just want to, they're paying us a commission, and they want to see that you're actually trying beyond took some photos and threw it on the market, because there's other discounts that they could go and do that, right? So I just had that same complaint where they were like, our previous agent didn't do anything. Like that's how they perceived it, because it just felt like insert new listing, I'll call you when it sells, kind of like they didn't feel that customer service towards the client. So it sounds like when you're sitting across the table from her, she just like really like sees the emotion of you gonna try to sell her property. And when you're brand new, that's really easy because it's probably your only thing you got going on.
Yeah, you have more time to focus on it.
It's a lot harder when you got 5 of those on the go and you're getting the phone calls and all that. So, but that's why we get paid the big bucks, I guess. So, and hopefully you guys can too. So year 1 finishes really good. What did you change differently getting into like the all the way up till now, pretty much?
Well, definitely as I got more and more busy, running around doing showings became a big challenge, while still keeping up with everything else. And
because you have a team now, right?
I do have a team now. So, but first what I did, I hired an assistant first. That was my first step.
A realtor or just an assistant?
Just an assistant.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you find this? Because I'm even interested.
I was lucky. Okay. Yeah, she's awesome. But she actually worked with us back in the painting business.
Okay.
And she was great, so I just kept her around. She helped when we were, well, for our investment portfolio, she had helped us rent out units and some odds and ends like that. So we love working with her. She likes working with us. So that part was easy to find her, luckily.
So what does she do? She books appointments, or how does that work?
Yeah, she actually, one of the first things I got her to start doing was writing offers, because the amount of times where I'd be like out in the middle of a busy day and someone wants to write an offer and it's got to be in like within the next couple hours. Those situations, it's just like...
Well, or you got me in the car flipping the laptop open.
Right, yeah. It just, the number of times you've been in those tight situations, right?
and there could be other things that are not more important, but like, you got to divide your time a little bit, so...
Yeah, so it was awesome when she knew how to write offers.
And she was allowed to write offers being not qualified?
Well, she would draft the offers, and then she would send them to me. So she would send them through like DocuSign or whatever e-signature thing you use.
They should know it if they bought my course.
Yeah. So what she would do, she'd draft it, she'd put it in DocuSign. You can set it the signing order, right? So number 1 and then number 2. So she would set me as the first signer and then my client as the second signer. So when she sent it, I would see it first. I would review it. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, I'd send it back. Oh, change this. She'd send it back to me again. Once I reviewed it, I'd sign it. It'd get sent to my client, and I'd get the finished one in my email. Boom, easy.
Awesome.
So yeah, so nice. That helped a lot. Like, it's not that writing an offer takes a long time. It's just that it's one of those things when you're stuck in a situation where you just don't have the time. It's like, overwhelming.
I was on a really important conference call last night and I had to counter an offer, and it's like, okay, quickly try to divide attention to do it, or you could have quickly sent an email off being like, okay, quickly counter it with this, 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 and this, and send me the copy and I'll approve it. And or the conversation.
And even just protecting what personal time you have, right? Because I can remember one time actually I was having a nice walk in the forest with Matt and our dog, and it was like, okay, let's go just take a little time off, in the forest. But then right before we went for a walk, it's like, oh, gotta write this offer, and the presentation's in like an hour or 2 or something, and gotta get it done now. So I just called my assistant and said, hey, here are the details, can you write this up? And I remember just partway through the walk, I paused, signed it on my phone, put my phone away, and then,
That's awesome.
It's nice, yeah.
No, absolutely.
It's important too, personal time.
That helps with like you can literally offer on a lot of things, especially like flippers and stuff like that. When they're offering lower, you can just, it takes a lot of time. Like I've offered with one guy, I sell his product a lot, but like buying on the MLS, he never wins because he's always offering low. Yeah. But it's like, let me just stop my day to write this offer now, and it'd be nice to, I need to look into that. So.
Yeah. Yeah, and then she started doing...
what do you pay her? 20?
20? Yeah, 20 an hour. And then she started doing, like, she'll set up email searches for me. Okay. Like, I get a new client, I'll CC her on an email, like, with the criteria we talked about, and she'll set them up on the email search. And I started getting her to do some emails, too, and just things like that. And the most valuable part is that she's just available for when I need her, like, tight spots, right? Definitely need to learn more about that. Valuable. You guys got to come out to our Win City event on March 16th to pick her brain on that, because I even need to learn more about that, because I'm still running around trying to do everything and it's hard. So, well, it's something that I learned when we were running the painting business, because we wanted to run the largest business. We wanted to break the record. And we were like, well, you know, we need to learn delegation and leverage because we're not going to do this on our own. We ended up having 19 painting employees in that summer. So that's where I learned a lot of like, okay, what do I need to be doing and what can somebody else do? And like just focus on the things that I need to be doing, free up my time for more important things. And then you end up filling that extra time with more things and get busy again and then need to bring on another person, but you keep leveling up the value of the work that you're spending your time on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys got to get over and follow her on Instagram, her Facebook page as well, and what else can I find you? YouTube channel, because you got a couple videos on that.
I do,
So we will link that as well, and I really appreciate you coming on. I'm sure we're gonna have you on again in the future for other things. Obviously, we'll be running around Ontario, or we were in Vegas together, and we'll probably be on an island next for some future mastermind that you guys need to come out to, right? So I got Peter over there going, yeah, let's do it. So really appreciate it, guys. If you haven't already, hit that like button. It really helps out the channel, and hit that subscribe button. Just giving you guys free value all the time, and really appreciate it. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
And we will catch you guys on my next video. Bye.
See ya.